control does Obama have over the modern Democratic Party?
He's the most influential person in the Democratic Party today. But I would say that his influence wanes as the years go by. He's not as influential now as he was 4 years ago. Times change, new people come in. The thing about him is he's got a fundamental left-wing ideology, but he's a lot more practical than that. He's all about just winning for himself. And, I think about when he ran for president in 2008, he supported a border wall.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was practical politics at that time. And he was willing to ditch that right away. I would say as time goes by, his influence will wane, but probably 4 years from now, he'll probably still be the most influential.
Barack Obama wasn't just a president. He became a global spotlight. Always charming, always well-spoken, and loved by the media. His legacy shines like a bubble, bright on the outside, but empty inside. He once promised real change, but now he's just repeating the same old political lines. Behind the speeches and smiles, there's a long list of contradictions disguised as success. And now, Tucker Carlson is pulling back the curtain. What he's revealing isn't pretty.
The amazing thing is that Barack Obama, I was there. I knew Obama. He ran against all that stuff.
Yeah, he did.
Right? Iraq was the bad war. Afghanistan was the good war. And he ran a campaign against that. But he ended up throwing into prison the guy who told the truth about it.
Obama's latest scandal feels like a bad TV drama, full of twists, whispers of Russian ties, and confusing contradictions. And who's calling it out? Tucker Carlson. With his signature sarcasm and a mountain of proof, he's breaking down the image the media built around Obama, and it's not a flattering picture.
Now that he's a Netflix producer, along with his hate-addled wife, Michelle, he's producing more racial division. The latest is called Leave the World Behind. It's a fictional thriller about the collapse of technology and what humans would do with no phones or computers. The movie follows a family on vacation at a rental house, and one night they're visited by a father and a daughter who show up seeking shelter. They say their phones no longer work and they need a place to stay. So immediately the white family, because they're evil, that's encoded in their DNA, of course, is suspicious of the visitors because they're black. And it goes on and on and on like this. Here's a clip.
I'm asking for you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be doled out easily to anyone, especially white people.
Can't trust white people. They're evil. This is the guy, remember, who became famous at the Democratic Convention in 2004 by telling us there is no white America, there's no black America, it's just one America. But of course, that's not really a profit model in politics, is it? So he's been stoking race hatred ever since, and the disarray around us is the result.
Obama, once seen as the face of a post-racial America, now acts like the secret boss of U.S. politics. He stays in the shadows, occasionally stepping into the spotlight just to drop vague, self-praising comments. But Tucker doesn't ignore that behavior. He tears through it with the force of a chainsaw.
And the election of Barack Obama, 3 Americans were charged with espionage for speaking to the press. Under Barack Obama, 8 people, almost 3 times all previous presidents combined, were charged with espionage for speaking to the press. 3 times.
And none of them was charged with lying.
Not a single one of them.
Because lying is not a crime.
That's right.
Telling the truth is a crime. That's all
right
you need
there.
to know. You can't
right
support a system in which telling the truth is a crime and lying.
Let's talk about the new Russian collusion story. For years, the media obsessed over Trump's supposed ties to Russia, a story that eventually fell apart. Meanwhile, Obama's own connections stayed hidden. Tucker reveals a shocking report. Obama allegedly teamed up with Nancy Pelosi, Hakeem Jeffries, and Chuck Schumer to pressure Biden into stepping down. The call to Biden, supposedly from Obama himself, and then to Kamala Harris.
Here's the cliff notes. Obama colludes with Nancy Pelosi and Hakeem Jeffries and Schumer. Sunday morning calls Biden and says, you're done. Kamala's going to 25th Amendment you, and you got to step aside.
And who places the call?
Obama.
Obama does.
So Obama calls the sitting president and tells him, you're done. Then tells Kamala Harris, you're going to be the nominee, but if you don't gain traction, if you're not popular, we're going to take you out too. I mean, it's all shots.
Now, let's talk legacy. Obama, the smooth talker who once ran the country, now acts like a backseat driver, constantly hovering over the current administration. It's like he never left office. And Tucker says today's version of Obama is running things from a beachfront mansion while telling average Americans to lower their carbon footprint. Remember Obamacare? While regular folks got stuck with higher bills and worse coverage, Obama proudly signed off on a broken system. Tucker,
Did you see the video of Biden at the debate in 2007 announcing that Barack Obama had an AIDS test?
I know Barack got tested for AIDS.
Oh,
Remind
it's
me.
the funniest video ever. Biden said, well, I think, AIDS is a real problem in the African-American community.
And the community's engaged in denial.
And I think we should all get AIDS tests. I mean, Barack Obama had an AIDS test.
I know Barack got tested for AIDS.
And there's a cutaway of Obama being like, I hate you.
It's an important thing.
Then Biden's like, which is totally good. And I think he's negative, but I mean, all men should get an AIDS.
There's no shame in being tested for AIDS.
Obama is
the media loved Obama, and many still do. But Tucker, he's like the guest nobody invited, showing up to the party with hard facts and a loudspeaker. He reveals how Obama created a culture of elitism, where sipping fancy wine and speaking in vague quotes replaced real leadership. Then come the big money speaking gigs, Netflix deals, and staged activism that feels more like influencer content than real change. On foreign policy, Tucker exposes the truth. Drone strikes gone wrong, diplomatic failures, and empty speeches that somehow earned a Nobel Peace Prize. He also calls out how Obama worked closely with big tech, not for innovation, but to enable censorship and control. It's like giving your house keys to someone who wants to watch your every move. Creepy, calculated, and, according to Tucker, totally
Sam Bankman-Fried.
Of course.
Right? Oh, I just drive like a shitty little Toyota. It's like, oh, actually, you're defrauding.
Michelle
millions of
Obama goes to
people.
Princeton for free and has been in the ruling class her whole life. And she's still lecturing you about how she's a victim of racism. Hillary Clinton, exact same thing. Goes to Wellesley, spends her entire life in the ruling class, and she's still whining about how she's discriminated against. Why are they doing that?
Yeah. You ever see pictures of Jimmy Carter's house
Yes.
and Obama's house? We would allow people who call themselves public servants to get to live in this
Now, let's get into the culture war. While America was tearing itself apart over race, gender, and politics, Obama gave graduation speeches filled with vague advice. Tucker says Obama didn't start the fire, but he definitely sold marshmallows at the gate. And now, there's a new Russia angle. While Trump was being blamed for everything related to Putin, Obama's name quietly kept coming up in backdoor diplomatic talks. Tucker's point: Obama's moves always seemed to benefit everyone, except American citizens. Tucker also mocks Obama's trademark smirk, the one that says, "I know something you don't," while offering nothing but recycled phrases. Then there's his post-White House lifestyle: luxury vacations, celebrity events, book tours that sound deep but say little. Tucker doesn't admire it, he laughs at it. Because nothing says man of the people like tweeting about injustice from a private island with a personal chef.
Was my neighbor for many years telling me more than once when Biden was vice president how much they despised Barack Obama. He despised Barack Obama.
Well, what he did to Joe Biden in 2016 to say we're going with Hillary Clinton, that in the Biden family, that's as bad as it gets. That's as treacherous as it gets. And then in 2020, he didn't really support him until he had to when